You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Thank you, Marshall. Black people have money to get wealth. I'm going to put this out there because there's a lot of stuff out there about our wealth that matching like other people's wealth, how much we don't have and all of that. But sometimes we get so technical, we don't see what's right in front of us. We got money. I want y'all to think about something. If we didn't have money, corporations wouldn't spend thousands, even millions of dollars figuring out how to divest us of that money if we didn't have it, right? You know, if we didn't have money, people wouldn't set up in the hood. Like you get all these business, you go through any hood, there's plenty of businesses. Shoot, you go through like maybe an urban shopping mall, you got plenty of people from other countries, immigrants, who got some shops set up catering exclusively to black people. You know, you get Koreans who'll go in the hood. They have those thick old bulletproof glasses and everything, making money. Going right there, they shit. So apparently we got money. And yes, our wealth isn't there, but I'm gonna tell you what. A government program or even complaining about it ain't gonna do it, right? Because I want y'all to think about something, right? If somebody if there a new version of Jordans came out, right? $500 something, you will literally get black people lined up around the block to buy it, right? You get some black people who, even though they might not have much else, will pay $500 and $600 on a car note. You know, just for that fly car. You know, we get all this expensive stuff. You got people in housing projects wearing expensive clothes that they actually paid for, right? You got people who are, they got a little bit more money. They'll get a big old house in some Tony suburb. Of course, can't afford furniture or something, but they got that house. Wealth doesn't come from the income. And of course, somebody will rightly say, well, income and wealth are two different things. What's stopping the same person, like, okay, you pay $500 something for some Jordans, right? I was checking on the price of gold the other day. You can get about 10 grams of gold for that same amount of money, right? Which is an appreciable asset. It's like stock. You got gold. That's why a lot of people buy it. Prices go up and down, but people recognize it as valuable, right? Or you could take that same money, instead of paying $500 for some Jordans, pay like $79.99 for a decent pair of Nikes that will hold up anyway, or maybe no name, whatever, New Balance, whatever. Take the rest of that money you would have spent on the Jordans and put it in a savings account. See, the issue is not the money, but how the money is spent. You get wealth. The key to wealth is one thing, really: putting your money into appreciable assets or income producing assets. That's the path to wealth. It's a science. It's a science that works real well. If you got income to buy a bunch of frivolous stuff, I mean, you get some people, they can buy that big old TV, $700 TV, right? Buy all that fly stuff that don't make you any money. Well, shoot, you got money to put in income producing assets. You got money to put it into your savings, really. If anybody, look, the backwards thing is the savings rate should be exceptionally high. Coming out of slavery, if you look at stories of the early millionaires in the black community, one of the things they were was thrifty. They saved their money. Because once you save your money, now, there's very little money you can make off of interest with savings. But that's not the point. You can do that. That's just the start. The savings is to invest You can put the money into the savings and then you invest in other products. You know, you could save, instead of saving, put money in cars or whatever, or, you know, expensive cars, like cars off the lot. Like people will buy that new car, got that $600 car note, and that car it starts depreciating as soon as you drive it off the lot. You could drive it around the car, drive around the block, come back, and you couldn't get your money back. And I know somebody's technical. Well, yeah, you can because of this and that. It's just like, no, think about it. Think about what I'm saying. All right? You ain't going to get the same. It depreciates. Only cars that might appreciate, is like a Bentley or something, like some high-end car. And that's from a car collector, but you can't really count that as wealth. All right? If you got to put your money, see, the problem is how we spend it. Our mindset isn't the mindset of the rich. Our mindset is that of poor people and middle class people who, you know, the poor people just spend their money just on, you know, just for survival, which is understandable. Middle class people spend it to look middle class. So they'll get a lot of stuff. No, the wealthy, that's why a lot of wealthy people, you know, they don't get that $600 car. Shoot. If they could, they pay cash for that good used car. In fact, many rich people, they'll go to the used car lot to get a car that's only a year old or something, because it's cheaper. It's cheaper, and it's running just as good. In fact, it's already been broken in. In fact, that's the best car to get. It's like you don't want to spend it on, like, the only way, like, I've been seeing some new cars that's been sold at used car prices because, well, the car apocalypse, that's another thing. We got too many cars out there and not enough people to buy them, right? You got too many cars out there, but that's another thing. But shoot, they'll save that money, pocket it, they'll buy gold, they'll put it into a fund to buy some property. Shoot, they'll put it into some stock. They'll put it into something. They'll put it into a business to make them money, something. See, we got the money, but see, a lot of times, many of the pundits in the black community that complain and say, well, what can we do to get wealthy? You know, even to the point of talking about reparations. And I'm just like, that would be useless if we don't develop money management skills. And even so much, you don't have to, if you just put it in savings or something, you get wealth. I mean, and there's ways many people talk about getting a home. There's ways like, look up the term recasting. You can buy a home at considerably cheaper than what you would have started with. All right. You can do all these things. But we got to realize it's nothing that the government can do, complaining would do. It's just change how you spend the money. You know, you don't have to eat at Red Lobster every week. Shoot, go buy some stuff. Figure out ways to save money. And I can guarantee in 10 years, our wealth will probably double. You know, with the day when they put out some new Jordans and there's not a line around the corner, our wealth will double. The day we stop eating overpriced and bad food from, like, you know, some neighborhood grill or something, or buying cigarettes or alcohol, any of the vices, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I got a lot more money. You know, stop spending money to keep up with the Joneses. You put that money away, you become the Joneses. So that's how you build wealth. You know, it's like, the programs, money transfers, anything, that won't do it. That will not do it. So we got the money. But what we're not doing is applying what we have. You know, I keep saying that number about 1.2 trillion in purchasing power. Yeah, the corporations know we got money. But think about it, purchasing power. These corporations figure they already know we're going to spend more money, especially on luxury goods, because you got marketing firms that'll tell you that. We spending money on luxury goods, expensive stuff. All right, shiny stuff. But if we put that money away or start spending it wisely, and the key to all that would just be changing the culture. Because right now we have a culture of being flashy. We change that up just a little bit, we make money. That's why I say, if you know those real rich people, millionaires, you might not know it. You might not know it. I mean, there's like a small percentage who get real flashy. Those are usually like entertainers or something, or somebody who can, I mean, they at a point where, yeah, they can go get a Porsche or a Corvette or some high priced car because they can pay cash for it because they're just making that much money where it don't bother them. But you also get a lot of millionaires or something who drive economy cars. So it's all about money management and mindset, because we already got the income. So anyway, let's go make that money.